everyone. Lakshadweep, this beautiful island, is much in news from last 1 week. So what is happening in this beautiful island of the country, the union territory of the country? Mostly 70,000 people are living in this union territory. So what is happening to this Lakshadweep Islands? In Hindi, it's called as Lakshadweep. So what is this, the issue all about? What is happening in Lakshadweep? Issues happening in Lakshadweep today I am going to discuss about. The today's issue is about what is happening in the Lakshadweep. So this beautiful, this pristine, very peaceful, nature-loving Lakshadweep, what is happening to this Lakshadweep, I am going to discuss. So what is this? What is everything which is encircled around this Lakshadweep Islands? So, I want to tell you, there is one person called as this person. He was being appointed as the administrator of Lakshadweep Islands. Because this person was being appointed as the Lakshadweep Islands, a former minister of Gujarat, a BJP leader, he took some of the reforms in the Lakshadweep Islands. This individual had took some of the reforms. Because of the reforms, the people of Lakshadweep were being unhappy and agitating against the reforms of Lakshadweep. So what are those? That I will be explaining now. Though there is a room for improvement, yes, the title is this. Though there is a room for improvement, means reforms are inevitable. Yes, every administration, in every governance, there is a requirement of improvement. There is a requirement of reforms. Though there is a room for improvement, the archipelago does not need the measures announced by the administrator. So, the senior civil servants like Habibullah ji and lot of civil servants who got retired and the opposition, they are totally against the reforms, the improvements, the suggestions which are being given by this particular individual. So what are these reforms? Why the people of the archipelago is against it? I am going to discuss right now. It's because of the recruitment or appointment of this person, a BJP person. The issue from this person became the administrator of, yes, the issue started when this person became the administrator. Praful Koda Patel, this individual name is called as Praful Koda Patel, a BJP person who was being appointed as the administrator of Lakshadweep. He took some slew of reforms. So what are those reforms? Why the people are against it? Whether is it really reforms or is it something which is imbibing the majoritarianism on the minorities who are living in the Lakshadweep Islands? That is all about. So the major thing rotates around this four regulations, executive resolutions which are given by this particular individual called as Praful Koda Patel. What are these? Number one, prevention, the Lakshadweep Animal Preservation Regulation Act. A regulation, executive resolution 2021. It is telling that no usage of beef. People should not eat beef. But remember, my dear students, 90% of the population in the Lakshadweeps are Muslims. So obviously the Muslims, for them the edibility is beef. But this particular preservation regulation is telling that beef should not be consumed by the people of the Lakshadweep, number one. Number two, preservation of anti-social activities, which is popularly called as Gunda Act. Any person can be arrested for 1 year without any notice. Any person can be arrested, but the crime report in this Lakshadweep is very, very minimal when compared to the rest of India. Why such a strict Gunda Act is necessary is the question on this particular act. So any person can be arrested without any notice and he can be behind the bar for a long stretch of time. Second, a very rigid, stringent Gunda Act. Third, the Lakshadweep Panchayat regulation. Already the countries growth rate is somewhere around 17% and the Lakshadweep growth rate around is something 6% only. The population is around 80,000 people. There is a desire, there is necessity to improve the population in Lakshadweep, but this regulation is telling that whoever want to participate in elections, local self-government, they should not have more than 2 children. They should not have more than 2 children. So any person is having more than 2 children, they are not allowed to participate in the elections, so that they want to control the population as well. But the negative is already the population in Lakshadweep is less. So the people are questioning, already the population is less, why you are keeping such regulations to participate, to not to participate and to participate in panchayat elections based upon the children, is the third regulation. Fourth regulation, Lakshadweep Development Authority Regulation 2021. This is very, the coastal people were, the sheds which were being placed on the coastal area of Lakshadweep were being removed, saying that there will be development will be happening in these islands, beach development, resort development. The lands which were been there, the people who were been living in the lands of the government from years together, those people were being removed by saying that these are illegal habitations or illegal settlements. The trees, the big trees which were been there, they were being removed, saying that these trees are being removed for the sake of development. In this way, the land development authority is also against the wish of the people, against the basic tenant, against the basic culture of the Lakshadweep people. So because of this also the people are agitating. But what the Praful Koda Patel is telling about these reforms, he is telling that I want to develop. We are committed to develop the Lakshadweep Islands on the lines of Maldives. We want to make the Lakshadweep as the tourist hub as Maldives. Addressing the media the face of widespread criticism of these measures, Patel says he intended to develop Lakshadweep like neighborhood Maldives, a renowned international tourist destination. We want to make the Lakshadweep as similar as Maldives. Yes, intention is good. Why? Because the tourism sector need to be promoted, but not at the cost of the culture of the people, not at the cost of the lives of the people, not at the cost of livelihood of the people, not at the cost of the demonstration or destruction of the nature. So because of these reasons, the pristine nature of the Lakshadweep Islands, people were agitating. These beautiful islands are suffering. So yes, reforms are necessary, improvements are necessary, but there is a need to have a careful improvements, a careful governance reforms, not a blatant top to bottom reforms. The reform should be from the people. So this is about the current issues surrounding around Lakshadweep. We started with general studies, prelims cum mains batch, full-fledged course, which is called as PARIVARTHAN. India's best team at the lowest prices across the India. So for more information, in the description there is information is there, you can look into it. Or in our YouTube video, previous videos are there with respect to team as well as our course, how we are going to do. And please subscribe to our channel and click the bell button. Thank you.